Welcome to Telluride, Colorado, nestled beneath the peaks of giant mountains and tucked away in a tiny little valley. However, this town comes with a dark side. Let's talk about that.
Good morning, everybody. We are in the most amazing place. You won't believe it. We have the most amazing view. Out. What an amazing view to wake up to this morning. Alrighty, so first things first, I actually have to do some work. Kodiak has to do some work. We have to finish up some videos. So we have to head into town and find a coffee shop. Because of COVID, we have only found one coffee shop that is dine-in. So that's unfortunate. We'll see if it's really, really good or if it's just alright and, has Wi-Fi and gets the job done. So, we're heading to the coffee shop now. Soon as we're ready and packed up the van, let's go see if this coffee shop is any good.
So, we're in Telluride, and I'm going to give you a little secret right now. Don't come to Telluride. In all seriousness, the town is beautiful, the landscape is amazingly breathtaking, as I'm sure you either saw or will see. And the downside is there is so many camper vans, so many people, it's ridiculous. I mean, we have people in Fort Collins, but this is like, people are parking right next to you in campsites. But basically today, as just like a recap, we spent the whole day doing nothing. We were very boring. We worked all day, sat in the van because all the coffee shops are closed, and sat in the van and worked. That's pretty much it. So now we are debating on date night or calling it a day, but either way, we found a campsite that's pretty cool.
So we decided not to go back into Telluride tonight and just make lasagna soup. Yay, lasagna soup!
But you cannot come along for the rest of date night. So, we'll see you tomorrow. We are gonna have some fun today, but we still have work to do, ironically. Whatever. So, first off, we're gonna head into town, probably do a little bit of work, and then ride the gondola, and we're gonna see if we can find Hawaii in Colorado. So we are walking around Telluride, and why is it that we say that you shouldn't come to Telluride? Alicia, thoughts?
Because perhaps there are so many vans here that parking is almost impossible. It is not even their high season because it's a ski town. And we have seen probably 28 vans here. That's a lot, which makes parking hard, which makes finding free camping hard. Most of the places that are campgrounds nearby are all paid. So given that we don't want to pay for parking or pay for camping, we have to go about 30 minutes in order to find a campground that's for free. And even then, it's kind of just a pull-off.
So we're gonna do something fun and pretty normal in YouTube videos. A counter. So for the sake of the video, if we can clearly see that it's converted and you're living out of it, it counts as a camper van. I turned the camera on the moment we stepped out of the van and saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. We're at 6 campers. There's 6. So, let's see how many we can find walking through Old Town of Telluride.
Tell me there's a reason. Was there ever anything more? Have I been afraid to find what I've been looking for? It's all a state of mind.
lack of parking here in Telluride, especially with COVID. They've blocked off half the road in their old town, is to bike. If you have a bike, I would highly suggest using it. And it's obviously pretty common.
As is the case with, every single place we go, we need stickers. And I saw some place that has Telluride stickers, so let's go find some stickers.
She does not like those stairs.
No, she freaked out.
Because here, I'll just show you.
Sticker on hold. Sage was afraid.
See how the stairs with the holes in them so the snow rolls through?
So you can see all the way through them?
Yes, they're just all low to the ground trying to climb up them. So we've been talking about how there have been so many vans and how it's hard to find parking because of that. But another thing we didn't necessarily like about Telluride, it's ridiculously expensive. We had pizza last night for date night, and it was $67. We got one pizza, one thing of cheesy bread, and 2 ciders, and then for an extra $4 we tacked on 2 more ciders. The ciders were $16 for the first 2, and then another 2 for the $4, so it was $20 total. Sorry if that math was hard to follow. Anyway, the point is that it's really, really expensive here, especially to eat out. So if you're planning on coming here, make sure to A, shop before you get here, and B, make sure that you have enough meals for the time that you're going to be spending here.
So with that being said, the eating out that we did at the pizza place that was $67, totally worth it.
Oh yeah.
Like, I would eat there again.
It was delicious. Best pizza Kodiak's
Best
had.
pizza I've ever had. And I've had pizza in New York. I've had pizza in Seattle, Washington, San Francisco, all of the big pizza places. And this actually won. It was amazingly delicious.
So if you are in Telluride, be sure to stop by the Brown Dog.
Yep, the Brown Dog Pizza.
Brown Dog Pizza.
It's right on the main strip and totally worth it.
Also, if you didn't get alcoholic drinks, it wouldn't have been an additional $20. So it
But
would
their
have been
small
$40.
Their small pizza was still $20. That's expensive for a small pizza, for a personal pizza. But it fed both of us. Jinx, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn, so close.
So definitely worth it to stop, but be prepared to shell out some cash.
Yep. And they have a ton of little boutiques and art galleries, and unfortunately, those are none of our things to do. So if that's up your alley, it would probably be something fun for you to stop and check it out. Otherwise, it's a cool old town. It's a cool mountain town. Yeah.
Another thing we like about it, the architecture is awesome. Everybody has upkept their houses because guess what?
They have to.
They're all $1 million plus. The average sales price in Telluride has got to be about $1 million because I looked at all the different houses for sale and I only found probably 5?
It's 5 or 6 that were
under $1 million.
Yeah.
The rest of them, we saw 2 houses for sale that are $10 million. I'm going to be honest, I've worked in real estate for a little while, and we do most of northern Colorado, if not all of northern Colorado, and I have seen 1 house $10 million before.
Yep.
That's it.
And you get a lot more house, too, in that house. Telluride. The other benefit to this is there's public camping within 30 minutes of a drive, but it's packed. I mean, it's literally packed with vans. We'll show you when we drive out, but it's kind of ludicrous.
Another great thing about Telluride, it is super dog friendly. There are dogs everywhere. Be prepared to meet all sorts of doggos, which if your dog isn't super friendly, I would not suggest walking down the main strip because the sidewalk is a little narrow and there are dogs everywhere. However, if dogs are your thing, this is definitely the place to go.
So, Telluride, much as majority of towns, high mountain towns in Colorado, was a mining town to begin with. And something that was kind of interesting in, 1900 to 1905, there was some pretty major rioting that was going on because of the workers being unionized. The union workers weren't working and the normal workers were working, and it caused a huge rift. Basically what happened, what came to a head, was they ended up having violent confrontations and said, okay, we can't do this, and came to terms of an agreement, and it's been relatively peaceful since. That's just kind of a little bit of history and background on this cool little... Go grab his butt.
I'm not gonna come do that.
Go grab his butt.
No.
What I used to keep in, now I'm only letting it go. Finally I'm seeing everything I held up too close. Only to recognize what I've been looking for.
Alrighty.
Hush, tea kettle. Enough. Alrighty, everybody. We are off. Finally done with work, to the point where we can go and travel and explore. So, one of the big things that everybody raves about in Telluride is actually a hike right outside of Telluride. You leave from the town, and it's this place called Little Hawaii. Now, why is it called Little Hawaii? We intend to find out. But the worst part is, it's pretty taboo to show anyone where this actually is. Everyone gets the same hints, and we're going to get the same hints. We'll also give you the same hints. So, the hints are simple. Start from the Bear Creek Trail. It's about 20 minutes or so. Look for a gap in the tree. Awesome. Let's see if we can find it.
Okay, so we just passed another street and there were 2 more on there, but we didn't get any video of it. So count 2 more.
So we made it to the trailhead, Bear Creek Trailhead in the Bear Creek Preserve. I'm out of breath. I feel so fat. I don't know why. So now we hike 20 minutes. We should see a gap in the trees to our left. And we go from there.
It's all a state of mind. How did I know that everything was broken by design? How beautiful. It's taking me so long to realize. It's all a state of mind.
So I think this is where we're supposed to cross the river. We will see when we hike on the other side if it leads to Little Hawaii.
There's a trail right there. You can see it through the woods. Going up. It's looking promising though. Is it slick?
No, it's pretty grippy.
Okay, here we go. You do not know how scary that was holding the camera like that.
Always recreate infinite figuring ever in. We remain infinite figuring. All it is recreate infinite figuring ever in. We remain infinite. It's all a state of mind. How did I know that everything was broken by design? How beautiful. It's taking me so long.
My way was faster.
You have waterproof shoes.
I just hear excuses.
Oh, I got my foot wet.
It's all a state of mind. How did I know that everything was broken by design? How beautiful. It's taking me so long to realize. It's all a state of mind. It's all a state of mind. It's all a state of mind.
Got something on your face here. Hold on, let me get it. Okay, there you go. All better. So, that was Little Hawaii, guys. That was absolutely amazing. Actually, that was really, really pretty. Ironically, last week we were in Utah in Slot Canyons. really hot, really dry, and this is like a wet, constant slot canyon. It was beautiful. We couldn't really go into it because there was probably a 4 or 5 foot deep pool right at the mouth of it. But we're gonna try and go up and over and see what the other side looks like. Well, apparently there's like half a dozen different ways to get to Little Hawaii. The way we went, which is actually the way I'd recommend, it was very scenic, very beautiful. Pretty quick up it. Once you can kind of hear the river, there's trails cutting across. You can go down, cross the river, and then on the opposite side of the river come up. That's the way we went. The way we were instructed to go was to go up to a meadow with a grove of trees. Here's a little hint as to the way they want you to go. See these wires? Yeah, this is right before the turn. Go through the gap in the trees. Well, that's above it. So then you have to cross, go back down the creek, and then you can get to Little Hawaii. I would recommend going from the bottom up just because it's really scenic. It's really pretty. So, I think that does it. And we are gonna go cook some brats because I am starving. And yeah, I think I lost my wife. Okay, she's running away. Somebody's not ready to go home.
All right, even if you don't find Little Hawaii, check out this trail. It is so incredibly beautiful, and I love fall colors, so this is like a treat.
It's not even fall colors yet, and it's beautiful.
I know.
I mean, look. So, whoop. Ridiculously tall aspens. Didn't even know they got that tall. Like, that is really tall. And an amazing trail. Come on, Sidrum. Sidrum likes it. Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful day out. Outside here. But we promised you a quick tour of this campsite, which we're leaving to go get coffee, so it's kind of sad. But it's kind of cool. So, we have like this big roundabout right here.
Hello.
Alicia is still getting ready. Creeper in the window. So, this campsite, free, mind you, pretty cool. You have this big roundabout, and tucked back behind these trees is where the fire ring actually is. So when we're not in a nationwide fire ban, you can have fires. But it's pretty cool, because it's this nice, and there goes Sage. It's this nice big area with a campfire ring, all secluded in the trees, separate from the cars. And the kicker is there's a little stream. Makes this campsite freaking awesome. Just a little running creek.
How beautiful. It's taking me so long.